What the hell is up, you fuckerinos? What's up, bros? How we doing? Ralph, you in here, Poppy?
Yes, sir. What's going
There
on?
he is. There's big fucking Ralph. The fucking tech god's here, bro. Guys, you will not believe the kind of tech. We're stepping our shit up every fucking day. Look, did we fuck up last week? Yeah, we might have fucked up a little bit here or there last week. Um, but you know what do you want me to say? We're coming back strong. We got Ian Fidance in the cut. He's gonna be beautiful. We got a lot of motherfucking advice coming for that ass. So I'm very happy to be here with you guys. How's everybody doing? Jeffrey Nazia, can any fat guy pull off a bald ponytail? Planning my life in advance. Jeffrey, I would be remiss to listen. This is an advice show after all. Can any fat guy? No. Ian will be on later, chatbot 110. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Maybe it's your first time to tuning into the show, but it's just me and my fellas, me and the boys, me and the girls. We're talking for a while. I want to see what's up with you guys. I'm gonna fuck with you in the chat for the first couple minutes, and then I will be answering your questions solo dolo. Then we have our guests come in the second half of the show. I'm trying to get you motherfuckers your money's worth. It's Friday motherfucking night. There's no pussy, there's no dick to be had. I know you're at fucking home, so let's spend it together. Nugget in Denver, thank you. That's a great question. Where am I donating the Twitch funds to? I'm trying to research either food banks. I don't fucking know. If you work for a charity or you know a charity that does really good work, at the beginning of this, I gave out money personally from my Venmo to people, and as much as I like doing that and I like helping people out, I feel like it can probably be other people have the resources to do it in a more productive way to help more people. So if you know a good ass motherfucking charity, I'm gonna donate April and this month, I think, just cause fuck it, people are fucked. People are really fucked in the ass. So if I can help a little bit, I'll help a little bit. So please feel free to fucking DM. Let me know if you work for any really good charities or know people that work with good charities or know the ones that are really helping people in your area. I'm warmed up. We shit on somebody's in the piss cage. I'm feeling good. Why don't we go ahead and start this motherfucking show?
Is your dick fucked up? Does your life suck shit? Is your wife about to leave you cause you're annoying? Sounds like you've got a lot of fucking problems. Don't you sweat cause Stavvy's gonna solve them. He's pretty fucking dumb but he can figure out your problems. Here is an example, you should always use a condom.
I don't know about all. I don't know about all. You don't always have to. Certainly, there's some situations where you don't have to use a condom. You know what? Whatever. Let's just finish. Let's just finish the song.
Show's about to start. It's called Stavvy Solves Your Problems.
Sorry about that, folks. I can't hear the theme song for some reason because I did all this fucking. We did all this new fucking. We did all the. I have like a little soundboard. You hear that?
I got a new motherfucking soundboard.
But I guess for that reason, I can't hear the theme song.
Let's start the motherfucking show.
Hit me with the first question, Ralph.
All right, we've got a couple repeat callers, and if you call back and follow up, you get a slated first.
That's right.
That's our new update.
If you've called in, I want to hear from you. When I say please call back with more information, I want to know what it is. So I'm very excited to hear who the fuck called back. Hit me, Ralphie.
What's up, Stav? Thanks for your advice. The guy who loves to eat pussy was ashamed of it.
There he is.
Loves big titties, but was seeing a girl with small titties.
Yes.
It really helped me as far as working through those issues.
Mm-hmm.
I have another one for you. This one, my buddy has this pregnant girlfriend he's always bringing around. She's like 6 months pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, he's kind of like a piece of shit. Like he's never had a job. And he just kind of like plays with Legos and like does childish things all day. So I've been kind of roasting him in front of his girlfriend who's pregnant. She roasts him as well. It's a fun time, but I'm starting to hurt his feelings. I'm wondering if I'm justified in the roast, if I should pull back because he's my friend and I don't want to hurt his feelings, or if he should just quit being a bitch.
Yes.
Well, whatever you think, man. Thanks.
Legos. God damn. This man's about to have a fucking child And he's out here fucking putting together Roblox and shit. I know that she's laughing along, but goddamn, you let a man who's fucking switching out the hair on his little Lego guys nut inside of you. Okay, you are justified in wanting him to turn it around, in wanting him to stop being a piece of shit, I guess. But public humiliation is absolutely not the way to go. If you actually wanted to help him, you would fucking set him aside and talk to him about it. Now, maybe it's one thing if you've talked to him about it over and over again and he's not doing shit about it, but also embarrassing him in front of the mother of his soon-to-be child is not the way I would go about it personally. So you're justified in wanting to do it, but, you know, what are you really making fun of him for? How much different is his life from your life? You 2 weeks ago, you were not eating pussy because you didn't feel like you were allowed to because you didn't want, you know, a guy in a fucking pickup truck to think you were gay for eating pussy. So you're not much better than him. You just happen to not nut inside of somebody. Set him aside, talk to him, tell him you care about him. Don't roast him publicly. It's not going to work. And listen, if he doesn't react to it, if he's not going to do shit about it, enjoy the friendship for what it is. Maybe he only needs that kind of support. Maybe he only wants to fucking build little Lego guys with you. Maybe he doesn't need to hear it from you. But there's definitely better ways to go about it than public humiliation. This feels nice. I feel like me and this guy are really we have a really nice relationship. And this is three things I've been able to. You are my son. You're my dumbass little son. And you were a bad kid, making fun of your autistic friend who accidentally got semen inside of the girl he paid to have sex with.
All right, so we had that guy call in last week to ask about his immunocompromised roommate.
Yes, he was going to have sex. He was trying to have sex, but he was worried he'd kill his roommate.
His roommate apparently listened to the show and called in. So this is his voicemail.
Hey, Stav. Wanted to call in and clear the air on all this lung business. I'm actually the kid he's talking about.
Nice.
So first of all, it's basically blisters on my lung that pops, so no immunocompromising or any of that issue.
Okay.
So I can say just on air that he has my explicit permission to go smash. There's much more to fear from what comes out of his penis.
Hell yeah, what a fucking soldier. Salute to this man. Let's get some F's in the chat for this man, willing to risk his fucked up little lungs. His mom was fucking smoking Joe Camels right through her pussy while he was alive, while he was in the womb. Shouts out to you.
All right, and this is a follow-up call from the fellow who called in and said he was nervous to talk to his coworker he had a crush on, I believe.
Yes, that's right. Wait, but he was going to cheat on his girlfriend, right?
No, I think that was a different guy. This guy was just afraid to talk to women, I believe.
Okay, let's hear it. I don't remember this one as much, but well, I'll figure it out. I'll context clues
Hey,
it.
this is Gabriel from Tennessee again.
Oh yes, Gabe.
With an update. I heard what you had to say on that last live stream, and started talking to her more, like you said. And I followed most of what you said, and it's working out great, man.
Yes.
So I just wanted to thank you because I asked her out on an actual date, and I'm not that nervous to talk to her anymore.
There he is.
This upcoming Friday, I'll be out on a date with her. So by the time you're playing this on the live stream, I'll be chatting it up, eating out with her. And
I love it. That's what I loved. I'm so happy for this man. I don't even care that he's breaking quarantine and risking all our lives to get pussy.
Hello, Stav. It's your buddy Tom from Detroit again. I got another thing for you. I never get any pussy ever, and I need to know. My plan was to go back to school. That way, I'll be around all the young puss.
No.
That college is all going to be online. Is there an alternative track I should go, or should I just wait to go back to school?
No, you motherfucker.
Thank you, Stav.
Oh my fucking god. Going back to school to get pussy, you fucking idiot. You brought this fucking curse on us. And until you fuck a woman your own age by just being nice to her over time, and she's probably not as hot as you want to because you don't take a good look in the mirror and realize where you're at in life, that's how we break this thing. You're the curse. You can only break it with your little fucked up penis. It probably doesn't even get that hard anymore. So get out there, start being nice to women your own fucking age. Have boring conversations, comb your hair to the side, bathe regularly. Okay? Get some fucking new shoes. You probably got some dirty ass bullshit shoes, Chucks. And go get some fucking pussy from a nice woman that just got divorced. After that initial barrage, I will say that is a bad idea. Don't do that. Just work on your fucking personality and just be a nicer guy. There's no cheat code. I hate to admit it, it's fundamentally who you are that's stopping you from getting pussy. And it's because you don't believe in yourself.
What's up, Stavvy, baby? I actually had a comedy question for you this time. As a professional stand-up comedian that you are, how is it when you go to open mics, if you still do those, how is it that you can, like, sit through just, like, so many, like, dog shit comics? I've been doing comedy for, like, 5 years, and the hardest thing that I've had to face is, like, trying to, like, hang out and chill during the comedy shows when there's so much bad comedy. I was, like, wondering if there's, like, a way to get around it so I don't seem like a dick if I want to leave early. Thank you, Stavvy, baby. I love you.
No, there is no way around it. You're just a motherfucker. You're just like a fucking. You just don't want to eat your vegetables. It sucks dicks. Comedy's a bad decision. You're right. It's a lot of bad comedy. You're probably most nights at an open mic. You're part of that. By the way, what do you think? You're exempt from that. You just have to fucking eat shit for years. It sucks dick. There's no good answer. Good Lord, am I happy I don't have to do that bullshit anymore. But 5 years, you should be, listen, bro, I don't mean to be this guy, but you should be kind of crawling your way out of open mics. You should still be doing them, but it shouldn't be like a main source of your shit, unless you move to a big city and then you have to start over again, and that's excruciating. But either way, there's no way around it. But talking comedy for this long has already made me fucking depressed. So next question.
Stop. Quarantine's hanging on me a little bit. I need to know how to make real fucking Mediterranean fucking Greek food. I'm sure you're looking extremely fucking Greek today. I need to know what's the secret, because I can't find anywhere good.
The secret to making it? That's what you said, to make it? Bro, Greek food is the easiest shit of all fucking time. Get some chicken. Here, you want some chicken souvlaki? Get some fucking chicken breast. Cut it up into cubes. Lemon, olive oil, garlic. Marinate that bitch overnight. Maron, you're gonna love it. Grill that bitch up. Even put it on the pan. Ain't nothing better. Oregano, of course. You also want that. And then tzatziki. Just get full fat Greek yogurt. Throw some fucking garlic and olive oil in that bitch. Salt and pepper. Mwah. You're golden. Try that and come back.
Oh, Stavvy, just calling in, seeing how we're doing here, but hope it's good, but I got a double-header question for you, man.
Okay.
Well, one, like your intro says, my cock is kind of fucked up, and my life sucks a little bit of shit.
Salute.
But I'm wondering, man, does Blue Chew work, and has it worked for you? And if it hasn't, should I add a cock ring? What should I do?
Does Blue Chew work?
Calling in. Be well, baby.
Oh, you can't see it, but does Blue Chew fucking work? I got it on tap, bro. I'm gonna fucking cry the first fucking dick pill I open up. The first time I fucking crack open a dick pill after this is all over, I'm gonna fucking cry harder than I did at my grandmother's funeral. Straight up. It's gonna make me fucking more emotional knowing my dick is about to get chemically hard as fuck. And I'm about to get some fucking buns. Brother, it's science, bro. Come on. We need a fucking president that understands science, dude. We need somebody that knows science. And I'll tell you right now, tadalafil or whatever the fuck is in that bitch works. Don't get a cock ring. Get some fucking drugs to make your penis work. Okay? We live in a fucking beautiful society. Things are crumbling. We live in a nice time. We don't live in a great society, but we live in a great time in history. We have a lot of fucking... guys like us should not even get... We shouldn't be able to fuck. Okay? Just like cavemen with fucked up eyes used to get just absolutely fucked up by a saber-toothed tiger before glasses. We get to be the lucky ones, the guys with the fucked up cocks. We live in a golden age of erectile dysfunction. So salute, pop that motherfucker. Try and stay healthy though. Also, the healthier you are, the better your cock works. I've learned that. But listen, if you're not healthy, bang 2 of those bitches. Your dick will work. It'll take a toll elsewhere. You'll have headaches. You'll pass out. You'll be hot for no reason around the neck and the ears. But that prick will be standing at attention, brother. Next question.
I'm trying to get some fat girl poon, but man, it's just like these days the doors are closing. So any recommendations where I can find, some reasonably, juicy poon, but, that shit gotta be fat.
What are you asking me?
And I know you're the man because you're fat, so like maybe you got some answers.
What do you think? There's a fucking every fat person in the world group chat, and I'm like, hey, some guy with a weird lazy twang called in, says he needs some fat pussy. Hey girls, hope everyone's doing okay. Legally we can't fuck each other, so this is where fat people give each other tell each other about friends of theirs that want to fuck them. The fat sex exchange. I got a good guy for you guys. He's probably from his voice it sounds like he has a chin strap and that he's wearing a fitted cap sideways. He is white, by the way. But he's not a cool one of those guys. Yep. He wants some fat, juicy pussy. So, girls, just go ahead and suck him off. I have no answer for you, my friend. Do you have a fetish? What's going on? Do you only want to fuck a specific type of person? And what do you mean the doors are closed? Do you mean to the businesses? This man's out there like, reopen Baskin Robbins. I came here to get pussy. Reopen fucking Golden Corral. Reopen Dunkin' Donuts.
Hey, what's going on, Stavvy? My name is Leonard. This is what my friends call me. I just wanted to call and say I'm going to be a dad soon in a few months. What are some things you think I should do before I officially become a father in November? I'm 22 years old, so if you got anything you think I should do, let me know. All right, okay. Peace out, man.
Leonard, 22, respect. Something to being a young father, bro. I'm thinking I'm not gonna have kids till I'm like maybe 40. Who knows? And who knows how long into that motherfucker's life I make it. 22. By the time you're 42, you got a 22-year-old yourself, 20-year-old. It's pretty fun. So, Leonard, I will say to you, you're about to be a father. You've got some time, but you want to learn how to fight. The last thing you want is a child that can beat your ass. And it starts quick. So, start doing push-ups. Start taking up Taekwondo. Know your way around fucking nunchuk. That's I would say number one. Just be ready to fucking lay down the law. So those would be my joke suggestions, and my real suggestions were go to fucking therapy, work on your shit. I don't know if it was your plan to have a child at 22? How are things going, Leonard? Get a fucking job if you don't have one. Just cover the basics, bro. Strap the fuck in. You're about to be a little daddy. So, salute to you. Do push-ups and go to therapy and, go to some fucking vocational training would be my big that would be my advice to you.
Hey, Stav. First time, long time.
Nice.
I was in this cool relationship with a nice and hot and funny girl. A few months ago, I ruined the relationship and I hurt her badly. Now we still talk and I love her. She tells me she loves me too. I want to make things work again and spend more time with her because she's badass
But while she tells me she loves me, she's kind of treating me like shit, and I'm starting to feel super depressed and sick. I've tried talking to her, but she doesn't. But she just said basically she doesn't care because I hurt her, and if I stick around, I should expect to get hurt more.
Yes.
I love her. What do you think I should do? Give up? Love you too, Stav.
This man asked a question like a child calling into like a child reading off the prompter at the like middle school news. Should we have Salisbury steak or pizza? Call it. What do you guys think we should do? You had a very wishbone ass second character on wishbone type of delivery there, pal. How did you hurt her by? Did she find you having sex with a man? Sorry. You have I don't think you're a gay, but you probably have like a big gay mouth. You know what I mean? You sound like who's the guy who played the Scarecrow in Batman? Cillian Murphy. You know those type of guys? They have like very nice gay mouths. I guarantee you got a beautiful gay, and that's not a bad thing. I wish I had a gay men on average, I would say, are better looking. More beautiful eyes, more beautiful mouths. I would and this is just my experience. They have a sparkle in their eye that a straight man, it's been doled out of us. You definitely have like cheekbones. Hey, Stav. I know exactly what you look like. You have great bone structure. You have wind-swept hair to the one side to the other. It's parted. And you talk like this. And you're not, I don't think you are gay, actually, but you're one of those guys that reads gay. You heard her, you dumb bitch. You were like, can you comb my hair? And she's like, it's my turn for you to comb my hair. And you're like, but it looks so good. But I need it. You probably have such shiny hair. I forgot the question because I was laughing in my head at your voice. But I think you asked something like, what do I do? You broke up with this girl, you fucked up, you hurt her, but now you're still kind of talking. And unfortunately, I think you're taking this as maybe you have a way back in. And maybe you do, but you said she started treating you like shit, and maybe that just means she's demoted you. You know, you were up here, you guys were dating, you were her guy, you were her number one, and now maybe she's willing to have you in her life, but you're down a couple rungs where she's not gonna baby you anymore. Maybe she was fucking, maybe she was like, protecting your feelings when she loved you. You'd say something stupid, then you hurt her. In the relationship, you'd say something dumb. She'd be like, no, I don't think it's weird for men to wear lip gloss. And you'd be like, really? She's like, no, of course not. And now you're like, how do my lips look? And you're like, you look fucking, and she's like, you look fucking stupid. You look like you just had a cinnamon roll and you have to wipe it off. You're like, that hurt my feelings. She's hurting me. Some of you are nervous. I can tell when you do these weird verbal tics. The beginnings are so funny. People are like, hey, ho, ho. Trying to sound like nonchalant. Anyway, sorry to roast you and your luscious voice and what I'm sure are very pillowy lips. Send me a picture of your mouth. Anyway, you fucked up. She's going to treat you like shit. The reality is you should probably move on. You're probably not going to get what you want out of it. There's weird baggage. So just move, find other guys that look like vampires and start a group and kiss each other, but don't have sex, and then have sex with women, which is what I assume you do, wearing a nice blouse with your boys.
Hit me with the next motherfucking question.
Hello, Stavros. My name is Mark. We met after the Providence show. You were great, by the way.
Thanks, Mark.
I have a question regarding a girl I met before quarantine. I met her at the weed dispensary, and she recently friend-zoned me. And normally that's not really an issue because I don't want to be their friends, but I actually really like this girl, and she's like a really cool person. And I don't know if I should actually be their friend or not. This is weird. Thank you, Stavros. I'm looking forward to your advice.
This man rocks. This question is, damn, I am enjoying friendship. I'm valuing a woman as a person, and it feels fucked up. Yeah, bro, that happens. What the fuck? Sometimes someone isn't interested in you, and you have to do the math. Am I gonna be able to handle this? Am I gonna be able to handle the rejection? Does the pain of the rejection, is it greater than how cool I think this person is, and what I think they can add to my life and what I can add to them platonically? Sounds like you might be dealing with that, bro. You're gonna have to, if that's the case, get fucking her out of your mind. Love it that you're fucking trying to get pussy at the weed dispensary. She recently, I coughed while I was hitting her bubbler, and after that, I just could tell she couldn't respect me as a man anymore. But she has a really fucking cool Bob Marley grinder, and so I think I still want to be her friend. Should I? Do you like her more as a person than it hurts you? Or, do you like her more as a person than it hurts you that she rejected you? And honestly, you should be her friend. This shouldn't be hard. This is something you should get used to in life. That's a true own. Letting not getting pussy from somebody stop you from enjoying their friendship, that's a little dick ass move, I gotta be honest with you. You are not gonna fuck most people. You are not gonna fuck most people you want to fuck. That's just the reality. None of us are. Leonardo DiCaprio, a very small percentage of people get to fuck most of the people they want to fuck. Okay, we're not them. You're definitely not them. I'm not them either, though. I'm not. Just because I bumped up my percentages a little bit in the grand scheme of things, even the most pussy getter is probably batting like 10%, 15% of all the people they would like to fuck. So don't allow this to stop you from having true friendship. Okay? Don't be a little bitch. I know it hurts. I know it would be nice to get your prick sucked at, That's fucked me up too sometimes, where it's like, somebody's like, but you're so cool, I like you, but I'm not interested. And I'd be like, well, what the fuck is friendship other than we just hang out and then you suck me off at a certain point? That would fuck me up personally. And if you have some kind of weird baggage that you haven't dealt with, where you don't, it's making you feel bad about yourself, then fucking go to therapy and unpack it. But otherwise, take the L and fucking smoke spliff with this white girl with dreads.
Hi, Stav. So over quarantine, a person I've hooked up with a couple of times in the past has been sliding into my DMs.
Okay.
And, we're kind of been flirting. We have some chemistry. But from what I remember of the times that we hooked up, he is very enthusiastic about eating pussy, but maybe too enthusiastic,
wow.
And it's fucking up his technique. Like, he's just going in too hard, way too early. And basically, when we hooked up in the past, I tried to say something about it, and I would try to get him to stop and give him some direction. But he kind of just would stop for a little bit and then go back at it. So, it's been a little while. Mm-hmm. I would be willing to hook up with him again after quarantine is over.
Sure.
Time has passed. Maybe somebody else has taught him the error of his ways.
Yeah, someone more authoritative.
But if they haven't and he's still doing this, what do I say to him to get him to stop going in too hard?
Yeah. Interesting.
And yeah, what can I say to him without kind of ruining his confidence and ruining the moment? All right, thanks. Have a good one.
I feel you. Yeah. Damn, that's hilarious. This man just goes jackhammer pussy eating. Can't be one speed. That's not a true pussy eater. He learned one trick and this man is just hitting the pussy eating turbo button. That's not how it's done, brother. You got to finesse. It's about the experience. How do you say something? You could yeah, hopefully he's been out there and somebody else has fucking hit him on the nose with a rolled up newspaper when he's been chewing on her clit. No. Bad. See, it's tough. I feel like whenever I've been directed while fucking, it has never fucked with my confidence. In fact, I'm like, thanks. Beautiful. That's a cheat code. Now I get fucking unlimited ammo in Grand Theft Auto. before I had to worry about my bullets running out. Now I know exactly where to go. I love a hint. I love a sexual hint. This man should be grateful to know the roadmap to fucking. Because everybody comes in a different way. Some people have really wanted a fucking pounding on that pussy deech. Some girls really want that fucking. This reminds me. One of my friends in college, his first girlfriend wanted her nipples like mercilessly chewed on. I'm talking like a fucking dog with a bone. This is like his high school girlfriend, first girl he fucked, the only girl he fucked for like years. They were like together in college, and now he's a junior in college. They break up. First girl he fucks, he nearly bites her tits off, and she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" So maybe this guy just. His first girlfriend had one of the least sensitive pussies of all time. It's possible. I think, you just have to be like, take it easy, slower. I mean, you have to make it, you have to give him some constructive, easy to digest criticism. You can't get too, it can't be too many steps, but step by step, be like slower, then maybe let him see how he takes that into consideration, and then kind of, pop a finger in here or there, whatever it is. But don't worry about his confidence. He shouldn't feel less confident because you told him to slow down. But this is the problem. Without telling him, this man probably thinks he's great at eating pussy. Because a lot of women are having this fucking discussion. So tell him. You're hoping you're kicking the fucking can down the road. You're like, hopefully somebody else has taught him how to eat pussy. The buck stops here with you, okay?
It's Dov. So, quick bit of context. My wife got me this awesome tracksuit for our anniversary. But I'm an essential worker right now, and whenever I get home from work, I want to just wear only the tracksuit. But she doesn't like that, and it's not like the tracksuit's not clean. I wash it once every couple of days. So I don't know why. How do I convince my wife that I should wear the tracksuit all the time when I'm not working? Thanks, man. Much love. Appreciate it. Bye.
Wow. Got you a fucking present is going to tell you how the fuck to use it. I got to be honest with you, brother. The reason she's not letting you wear this tracksuit is because you're not exuding tracksuit confidence. How do I let my wife allow me to wear my own fucking piece of clothing? What if she comes out here in a fucking prom dress and watches fucking Jeopardy with you? Are you going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? You're going to be like, hey, that's great. Your wife's trying to hold you down. And if I had to choose between a fucking sick tracksuit and the old ball and fucking chain, brother, get the bolt cutters. Get the bolt cutters, Fiona style. Free yourself from this bitch. Throw on the 3 stripes. Throw on a fucking no undershirt and just fucking free balling that motherfucker. Your wife or your tracksuit? Tracksuit every day. Next one.
Hey, what's up, Stav? This is Saul from Miami.
Saul from Miami.
I got kind of a serious one for you.
An 85-year-old retired Jew.
I was molested when I was very young.
Yikes.
I didn't really realize what exactly had happened to it until I got older. But
no, we can play it.
Fortunately, it hasn't really affected my day-to-day for a very long time. I think I've definitely gotten through that and everything. However, I don't know if I should bring it up with, people I date. I'm sort of talking to a girl right now, and I'm not sure when exactly, is the time to tell her that this happened to me, or if at all. I've been in relationships before where I've tried to just not bring it up at all, but the one girl I did before this one just kind of asked me out of nowhere. So I don't know if I have weird ass I got molested energy or what. I definitely have depression, but I think that would have happened anyway.
Right.
Anyway, stuff. Thank you in advance, and bye.
Saul, baby. When do you bring it up? I would say after about the 4th exchange on Tinder. You just kind of lead with that. Do an icebreaker. Do 2 truths and a lie. And throw that I got molested in there and make her guess. Salute to you, Sally, baby. Solly, baby. I would say Okay, so clearly you're throwing something out there. If she sensed it, right? Maybe this is an empathetic person. She gets it. You don't have to tell the girl. You don't have to tell the girl you're talking to. I mean, this is not something you have to get into. I wouldn't say until you're in a serious relationship. Treat it like any other kind of like, you know, serious or illuminating part of your history, right? You're not just going to tell people about, you know, some fucked up trauma that, you know, happened in your family that affected you one way or another on like a third date necessarily, right? So treat it like that. I mean, I know it seems harsher, you know, obviously, and it affects people way more, but it's like, it's getting to know you, and it's a very personal detail, right? So it's the way you would treat anything super personal and super, you know, difficult to handle. So it's not something you have to bring up. Don't let the fact that one girl was trying to figure out, or she was just bored and trying to make conversation and was trying to make a joke. What if she was just kidding and it really backfired on her? She's like, "So you're molested?" And he starts crying. She's like, "Fuck! Now we're not gonna make it to fucking see Beauty and the Beast in theaters on time." But yes, brother. I mean, treat it like anything super personal, and then also, I don't mean to be this guy, but you got to go to therapy if you haven't already, right? Like, even, you know, you can say the depression, you probably would have had it. Who knows? But all I can say is you have to just deal with it, unpack this one way or the other, and just kind of face it head on. Good for you for thinking about it already and trying to figure out how it's affecting one area of your life, you know, your love life. But it's probably had even more of an impact on shit than you realize. I mean, stupid shit, much less traumatizing than that, affects my life every day. I fucking, you know, I'm a bitch. I had to, you know, at times my parents were just sort of mean to me, have stuck in my head in a weird way. So don't feel bad about however long it takes you to get over that shit, but do your best to, and, you know, mitigate your molested energy that you're putting out there.
Hey, Stav, how you doing? I've been texting with my neighbor. She's this hot older lady for a few weeks, and it was looking really good, and then she got corona, and she went to the hospital. I watched her dog a couple times. She's better now, but I'm just sort of wondering how you would handle that situation. You know, it's like so close and yet so far. So, yeah, how would you keep that momentum going?
Fuck
love
yeah,
the show.
brother. Get in there and slurp that pussy up from those antibodies, bro. What the fuck are you doing? Hot older lady, it's a fucking 80-year-old woman. I don't see the issue. She's recovered? Come on. Get in there, dude. Have her squirt all over you. And then you're invincible. Here's what you do. You rub her pussy juice all over your body before going out to the grocery store. And that shit'll protect you from any other fucking COVIDs. Because she just went through that shit. She got the fucking blood cells that has the virus's fucking number. So eat her pussy big time. Get her fucking squirting up a storm. And then get a baby pool and save all her ejaculate and take a bath in it every morning before your errands.
Hey, Stav. I got a quick question for you. So I work at Walmart, and I work over first and second shift. And the second shift supervisor, I've been trying to go on a date with once quarantine ends.
Mm-hmm.
But today she told me about how she got into a fender bender where somebody rear-ended her. And she was talking about how the lady said, you know, you better have insurance. And then her response back was, well, I hope you're legal. So the clarification being that she's rather racist, and I did not know this beforehand. And I'm just wondering if I should consider pursuing this or not. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
I love it because it did affect him, but this man is so pussy starved. He's like, now look, she's racist as fuck. So racist that she said a racist thing immediately whenever she was put under duress. Does that mean I should stop trying to get pussy from her? He's not even fucking her. He's still got to try. And you're saying you're trying to go on a date once Corona ends. You guys work together. You're both breaking quarantine. You're at work. She could have sucked you off right under one of those big yellow smiling faces. The rollback signs. But she was too busy trying to calling ICE at fucking soup kitchens and shit. She was calling ICE on the free clinics, giving out masks. Fucking dumb bitch. No, don't fuck this girl. What is wrong with you? You can do better. I know you wanted to unite your bloodlines. First shift manager, second shift manager at Walmart. That child would be unstoppable within the Walton family community. But it's not worth it, bro.
Hey, Stavvy. Love you. Love the show. I'm calling in to ask about how to have a conversation with this guy I'm seeing. We started being just exclusively sleeping with one another end of January, so he could hit it raw. And it's great. I like him a lot, but now I'm realizing I have feelings. He invited me to stay at his place for a few weeks during the quarantine, and we're doing coupley shit now, and I'm not usually someone who's a relationship serious thing, but I'm getting older and I'm starting to think I want to lock this down. Don't know how to let him know that I'm for real about that. So any advice? I don't. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Love you.
All right. Love you too. I'm very happy for you. First of all, I'm not a fucking lock it down feelings person. Yes, you are. We all are in our hearts. Okay? Unless you're like fucking deranged and you sound nice, you sound like a sweet person. Everybody is one of those people. It just means you've been fucked over by people that you felt positive for in the past and it's hardened you. Okay? Let this motherfucker melt you. Let them put some cracks in that little armor you put up. Because some guy gave you a UTI a bunch of times. A bassist has given you gonorrhea, and you made a mix CD for him. So this guy seems cool, and the fact that he invited you over to his place, that's real. That means it's real on his part. And you're exclusive. I don't see the issue here. I think you're doing the right thing. I think you're in your own way. I think you're worried too much about it. And in fact, I think you want to have this conversation because you're insecure about it on some level, and you think, you think the conversation is going to fix everything. And the reality is, what you guys have already, what you've described to me, is a lot more powerful than a conversation. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't, say your feelings. You should let him know that you really like him, that you're serious about it. But it's not like having a fucking, putting it on paper necessarily, more so than saying once you're exclusive and you're coming and, he's inviting you over for fucking quarantine and you motherfuckers are making like blue aprons together. What more can you really ask for? Since January, if it's been exclusive, we're already, what is this, fucking about to be May? You got it, sister. What the fuck else do you need to say? You can say I really like you, that, do you not call him your boyfriend? Like, isn't this your boyfriend? I'm confused. This is 6 months of letting this motherfucker raw dog you. And you're probably watching TV shows together and getting pissed if one is skips ahead. You're in a fucking relationship. Let him know you really care about him in like little ways. I think you're already there. I don't see the issue. Call back if this advice isn't good enough for you though. Do you not call each other boyfriend and girlfriend? Like, I don't get it. What are you missing here? And is what I said, has that helped you? Call back. I want to hear more from you. But I think you're good to go. I think you're just in your way and you're nervous because you've had bad experiences in the past. But let them shits go. Be in the moment with this motherfucker. Enjoy what you got going on. And you're already doing it. Show don't tell, and this motherfucker is showing you a lot more than a conversation would. In my humble motherfucking opinion.
What up? Dick Bangs from Winthrop, Mass here. Listen, I'm living in with my girlfriend during quarantine. She's out for a run right now, so I thought I'd give you a call. I'm getting popped like crazy, which is a humble brag, but I'm trying to hit. And she will not let me in them pants. And I've been doing everything. I've been watching all the shows. I'm being a nice guy. I'm talking to her about her feelings, all that. Head all day. Once I ask for sex, nothing. What the fuck do I do? Stop. Please help me out, brother. Respect. Thanks. Bye.
This is not a real problem. You live with your girlfriend and she won't let you have sex with her? This is a level of getting fucking owned I'm not even familiar with. You have a good relationship. She sucks you off nonstop. Do you ever eat her pussy? Do you ever play with her pussy? Have you ever gotten her horny once in your life? Or are you just playing fucking Madden? Are you just simulating Madden with Tom Brady not leaving the Patriots? You're just in a fucking Gronk jersey, no pants, getting your dick sucked, saying the N-word just to practice, to stay up to date for when you're allowed outside again to be racist in Boston, or Winthrop or wherever the fucking bullshit part you're in. And she's just giving you top. And you're like, let me get some fucking pussy, kid. Haven't even kissed her. Playing Xbox, getting your dick sucked. Can I get some fucking box? Oh, come on, come fucking on. I would say try and turn her on. Have you tried that? Have you tried even for a second to be sexually desirable to her? I really need some more info. What? Have you ever fucked her? Like, what the fuck is going on here? Is there something wrong with her pussy that she would be self-conscious about? Do you have a huge penis? Do you have a little penis? Something's missing here. Okay? It's my second appeal of the show. Please call back. I need to know more because something's missing. Something's not right. You're not with somebody and they suck you off constantly and they never have sex with you unless something is weird is going on.
Hey, Stavvy. Really embarrassed to love Cumtown. Got a question for you, though. My wife, she's a little older than I am, probably a little bit older than you.
Nice.
She informs me she thinks she's gone through menopause because she hasn't had her moon cycle in 6 to 8 months.
Moon cycle? The fuck?
And now I'm like, do I trust that? Because we're in quarantine. Like, she can't go to the doctor at this point. Like, it's not an emergency. Like, do I trust that? Can I bust inside? Like, it's kind of, it's one of those, like, that's my favorite place to bust. And I really want to, but I don't want to have a mongoloid baby because, like, you know,
Sure.
older lady gets, the more likely that kid's going to come out with an extra chromosome.
I guess, man.
What should I do, Stavvy? I got to resist my basic instincts to try to create another child, or do I just go for it and roll them dice? God, choices.
Okay. First of all, with the moon cycle, the fuck are you? Are you some kind of Native American priest? The fuck calls it a moon cycle? You can't say period. You fucking you're married to a 58-year-old woman and you're too immature to say the word period. Your wife was getting finger popped during the FDR administration. It's like Dwight D. Eisenhower. She lost her virginity at a fucking drive-thru, and you can't say period. Fucking loser. Listen, bro. This sounds like an emergency. Because if she's, how old is she? I'm no fucking doctor, obviously, right? But menopause does not start at like a little older than me. Is like I'm 31, so if she's like even 50, I think is too young. I don't know shit. But this, either she got busted and she's not pregnant, is she? Did you get cheated on? She's like, oh yeah, I'm going through menopause, so you just splooge up in me. No, because if she cheated on you, she would want you to bust inside of her to say that it was your kid. But she's got to go to the fucking doctor. She hasn't had a period. She's not like 60 years old. I don't think she's going through menopause. Something seems wrong here, brother. This happens. Your wife may be either going through menopause or maybe something's seriously fucked up with her pussy, and you're like, can I bust inside? You're not thinking maybe my wife has fucking ovarian cancer?
Hey, Stav, just a quick question, man. How do you stop smoking so much fucking weed?
It's tough.
I smoke way too much weed, man. Help me out here. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, it's a tough one, bro. I mean, you're going to go through fucking withdrawals. People talk about weed isn't fucking addictive, and it's not in the sense that, you know, you're just going to be cranky for a couple days. It's not like you're going to be, you know, you're not going to fucking die, or you're not going to overdose, but you just got to fucking really focus yourself in on that shit for a while. I haven't smoked weed. Well, I was really smoking too much weed at the beginning of quarantine. and I cut back big time. I was off for like 2 weeks, and then I kind of was like, well, I've been pretty sober. I've been, doing better. So why don't I try and last Saturday, I was like, fuck it, let me take an edible. And I just didn't like it. I felt out of sorts. I felt fucked up. So I think I'm going to stay sober off it. But the first few days are fucking rough. Sleeping is brutal. You're just going to have a couple shitty days. But the good news is you're not doing shit anyway. It's not like you need to be alert and shit. You can be a little cranky. So just fucking stop doing it, brother. And focus your day around it. Fill your day with other shit till you're not thinking about it. And it's just like anything else. It's just like any other habit. Every day gets a little fucking easier. But it's at first it's very hard, especially not sleeping.
Hey, Stav, huge fan. I'm calling on behalf of one of my boys. He's been with his girl for about 5 years, on and off. It's been a super toxic relationship. Like, she don't treat him right, and he's always been there for her because, like, she cheats on him and shit.
Oh,
and she even cheated on him with his high school bully, which is very funny, but very sad at the same time.
What the
And
fuck?
ironically, she just broke up with him because she thought he was cheating. And now he's all sad and shit and trying to win her back. And me and my friends, we've all been telling him, move on. We've been trying to hook him up with other girls, but he just doesn't want to listen. He just wants to get back with her. So help me out, bro. What should we do to help my boy? Thank you. Love the show. Bye.
Holy fucking shit. This guy's fucked. You can't, whatever you do not let him talk to this fucking bitch, bro. Fucked his bully? God damn. That bully, man. Whew. That's the bully grand slam. He was done with it. This man was probably like, he's maybe even starting to feel bad about how he treated him. Then he cucks him with his girl. He's like, I'm back, baby. It's like it's like riding a bike, ruining a fucking man's life. This is one of the dumbest bitches I've ever heard of in my life. If what you're saying is true. Cheating on him, fucking this fucking bully. You cannot let him talk to this person. As a friend, all you can do is that. Truly. He's fucking obviously devastated. She's got some weird hold on him. I'm gonna guess he must have a horrible mom. I mean, it's funny. Psychology is hard, but some of it is easy too. Anytime somebody really likes a dumb bitch, probably his mom was a real dumb bitch. That's just, it's almost always true. I know that sounds like an oversimplification, but let's be honest. Think about it. In yourself. Everybody out there watching, do you like dumb bitches? Okay, was your mom a dumb bitch? I'm just saying, I don't like dumb bitches. My mom was great. I mean, I guess she could suck a tremendous penis. That's also a very real possibility. Whew. There's a couple blowjobs in my life that I would have put up with a lot, but I don't know if I would have put up with that much. Is your friend young? How old are you guys? It also could be like a combination of excellent pussy / dick sucking abilities, first love type of shit, and just immaturity in general. So he could be going through it big time and just doesn't believe in himself, thinks this is the best. It could be like a semi-abusive relationship where this fucking woman is kind of holding him down. I mean, probably, if she gets back together with him this many times. Unless the fucking dick-sucking is tremendo. Tough to say. Either way, you gotta keep him away at all motherfucking costs. If you guys are young, then he'll get over it eventually. He just needs to get some new trim. But if you're old fuckers... Not old, but if you're like, I'm not saying old. I'm just saying if you're not like closer to being a child than you are an adult. If you're like 25 and up, there might be he might be more fucked than we realize. But if he's young, he's probably okay. He just needs to get top elsewhere. And the first time he fucks, he'll have a taste for it. It's like in Finding Nemo when the shark smells a little blood. He'll get back in there. But the other thing is, he's going to be sad as fuck for a while. Don't push him to try and get pussy if he's not ready. Okay? It's not a smart move. He's hurt. He's injured. You wouldn't want somebody playing sports if somebody fucking blows out their knee, you're not going to try and fucking get him on the field. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks in because you want a wingman. This man's at the bar crying. And you're like, Jeff, come on, man. I'm trying to get some fucking pussy. So give him some time, but in the meantime, let him take as long as he needs. This woman obviously devastated him. She obviously had a very big hold on him. while be acting so fucking ridiculous. So give him some time, but make sure he doesn't contact her. You could also fuck the bully.
Hey, Stav. I have a question for you. So I'm into girls, but I've been having a really hard time hitting on them and when I go out to bars. So I was just wondering, what is your advice for picking up the ladies?
Shit. I would say spend your 20s getting good at comedy, putting a pussy eating joke in at the end of your set that crushes every time, so it has a logical opener. Riding off of the energy from crushing in a room to get pussy, that only working about 40% of the time, and then later on going on to have a really successful podcast for no reason and getting pussy pretty easily that you don't deserve. That would kind of be my rule of thumb in terms of how to get pussy. Be a very good performer and do very well to the point that there's something primal in women's brains that want to fuck you that night, and only that night, by the way, because it wears off if they don't know who you are. Or have a very successful niche internet podcast that attracts mentally ill people anyway, and get pussy that way. That would kind of be the way I would go about it. So your actual question is, you're just like having a hard time hitting on them. From what I understand, I don't know much. I have a lot of lesbian friends, but it's a culture of yearning, from what I understand. So you're going about it the wrong way, trying to hit on them at bars. You need to be writing them. You need to be writing these bitches handwritten letters. You know what I'm saying? You need to spend time looking out a window and thinking about what your marriage would look like, what your adopted children, the kinds of fucking corduroys you would put on them, that kind of shit. Thinking about which one of your brothers you would ask for his jizz if one of you wanted to carry. That's how you get to a lesbian's heart, from what I understand from all my friends. So not directly trying to have sex with them. So get a typewriter, maybe even. The more old-fashioned and the more like angst, the better. Get a cassette and make them a mixtape.
Hey, Stav. Short-time caller, short-time listener. So basically, I look a lot like you, like short, fat, balding, Greek. The only difference is that I'm a lot hairier. Anyway, so my question is, like one Greek brother to another, like how do you feel more comfortable in your own skin? Thanks, Stavvy. See ya.
Okay, well, it's a struggle, my friend. Hairy is tough. I'm lucky, even though I have these fucked up rosy cheeks, I got very smooth, luxurious skin. But some people like a nice, large, hairy man. That's definitely his type. That's the thing you realize the older you get. Everybody wants to fuck everyone. There's a person that wants to fuck you out there. And your goal is to be the best type of guy that you are. Little fat guy, little hairy fat guy, dude. You got to be being that guy, you got to be a little imposing. You got to have a little fucking grit to you. You can't be a bitch, okay? You got to make up for the height in your attitude. Because women, I've found, like to fuck a large man. That's definitely a lot of women like that. Maybe it's something where they like to feel small. They like to feel like you're in control. But even though I'm not tall, I fulfill that large thing, even because being fat, and also big personality, right? So you want to either be like a little fat, short, hairy guy. You want to be a tough guy, or you want to be lovable. Little fat, lovable guy. Who doesn't like a fat, lovable guy? So you just got to believe in yourself, and the rest will come. But you got to think about it as be the best version of what you are. Yeah, you're not going to be a fucking tall guy. You're not going to have fucking hair. You're not going to have abs. But somebody wants to fuck a little fat, hairy guy. And so you do the best every day to be the most fuckable little fat, hairy guy there is. Okay? That's how I approach it. There is nobody in my lane, in my weight class, in my division that I'm not more fuckable than. I'm sorry. If you had to fuck a fat little bald man with no tooth, brother, I guarantee you I'm the most fuckable little fat guy with no tooth. Guaranteed.
Howdy. It's Colin from Southern California. Good vibes here. And I've realized over the past years that I fucking hate my grandparents, all right? They're fucking assholes. But the problem is I can't cut them out of my life because they have a shit ton of money.
Yeah, basically.
And I guess I wanted to ask you, what's the best sort of way to coax as much money out of them as possible, but not to speak to them at all? Because I'm poor as hell.
Okay.
You know, I'm decided I was going to be a fucking artist, like a dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great, but I'm poor. So how do you say I, maximize that profit? Thanks. Hope you're doing well. Bye.
Okay. Respect. You have to realize what you are. You're a parasite, first and foremost. Okay? So know that. Understand that. And listen, no shame. No shame if you want to be a fucking scammer. All right? But you're a lazy scammer because all you got is one big whale that you leech off of. But you have to understand that about yourself. And listen, you might hate them, but if this is how you're gonna make your living, know that you're a little fucking. You're just you're one of those fucking little birds eating off the skin off a rhino's ass or whatever. You're low. You're scum. The other option is to just tell them to fuck off and, make a fucking have a real job or get good enough at art that you don't need your fucking grandfather who made his money in private prisons to support your shitty installations. I don't know what to tell you, man. A scam for your racist grandparents. You could tell them you're starting a charity to deport Mexican children. Okay? Here's what you do. You okay, I got it. You start a company called the Committee to Re-elect Donald Trump. Okay? But you spell it your company is Doyend, the Committee to Re-elect Doyend Trump. But it looks like an uppercase I. And then you have them funnel in a ton of money into that, and then you use that to buy, whatever. Amps for your fucking shitty band or whatever the fuck. Whatever horrible art you make. Just little scams like that, Tell them you need to buy more paint to do blackface. Whatever it takes to really dupe a dumb racist old grandpa. What we're going to do now is take a little break. We're going to take a little break, and we're going to do a hypothetical. One of my traditional hypotheticals. You fuckers are going to fucking talk about it in the chat, and we're going to be back with my pal Ian Fidance, and all of us are going to discuss the hypothetical, and then we are going to have Ian on for the second half of this show. Wait, fuck, that's the old one. Fuck. You know what? Yeah, I am the tech god. Okay? I have so much cool stuff.
But I can do this. Did I get the intermission screen ready? No, I didn't. But I can sing like this. You dumb motherfuckers suck my dick. Suck my dick. I don't need to get the intermission screen ready when I have a beautiful voice. Suck my dick, you fucking pieces of shit. Suck my dick, fuck you.
I can run some of the bad voicemails that we normally wouldn't run if you want me to.
I don't care. I'll just do this until I figure it out. Whoops. Don't look at that. What about now? Fuck. Hold on. I'm doing it. Suck my fucking dick. You can't really see the question. I'm realizing now. Thank you, Ralph. I'll do it now. Don't you ever tell me to do anything on stream though, because I'll fuck your ass if you ever fucking make me seem subordinate on the stream. I'll fuck you in the ass and suck everyone's dick. I'll suck everyone's dick. Okay, here we are. I finally figured it out. You stupid pieces of shit. We're back, you motherfuckers.
Hello, everyone. We're back. Okay, who won? Did the genie win? Ian's coming. He's shitting. So let's talk about the hypothetical while Ian's taking a fucking deuce. Allow genie on parent sex has won the poll with 76.47% of the vote. I would use one of the wishes to undo the parent genie sex and still have two. That wouldn't count. You couldn't do that, idiot. Of course not. Can you use a wish to fuck the genie? Sure, WTB Noodles. You certainly can. Could you use a wish to have everyone in the world's parents fucked by the genie? Yeah, absolutely. I would use one of my wishes and make Stavvy the genie. It's so refreshing to school you fucking idiots on everything regarding hypotheticals. If the genie is etheric, it's made of more fundamental matter than physical matter. The ether is what physical reality is painted onto. I'm gay. You were right about one thing in that fucking long bullshit sentence. Let's bring in our beautiful friend, Mr. Ian Fidance. What's up, dude? Can you hear me? Can you talk?
What's up?
Yes, there he is. Everyone say hello to Ian. How we doing, Ian?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
I'm feeling great, and today I'm good.
You're getting a lot of people in the chat are saying a lot of help. They're excited to see you, my friend.
Oh, well, thank you. I can't see you in the chat, but I'm excited that you're excited.
That's right. So what's up with you, Ian? I haven't seen you. I miss you, baby.
I miss you too, man. I miss seeing you around. You look great, by the way.
Thank you.
I love the hair.
Thanks, dude.
I'm glad you grew it back.
Bro, here's my plan, bald ponytail. That's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is bald.
Let me see the back.
I mean, we're not even close, but
yeah. It'll get there.
Listen, it's been as long as quarantine's been, I've been growing it out, so we'll get there.
And you know what? You've got something built in to look forward to. How
That's
great
right.
is that?
A lot of people in the chat probably know you. A lot of our viewers know you. For those of them who don't know you, let's get them the brief little sketch of Ian. You're a wonderful young lad from Delaware, Delaware's finest. Spent your youth. What kind of child would you say you were, Ian?
Rambunctious. I was only allowed to listen to rap music for 1 hour a day because I'd run up and down the stairs screaming.
Screaming slurs.
Yeah. My parents had to contain my slurs. No, I was just so hyperactive. You know, like literally, I'd put on MC Hammer and just run up and down the stairs. My parents were like, we got to chill this kid out. Like, dude, I was the type of kid where I straight up would not respond to anything other than what my name was for that week based on a Ghostbuster or a Ninja Turtle.
Oh, hell
like
yeah.
My parents had to go to school and be like, listen, his name's Peter Venkman this week. He won't respond to anything. I was the first trans child. I was the very first. Like,
you were experimenting with identities at a young age.
Yes, exactly, dude. When I was Splinter from the Ninja Turtles, my play was I would be in a box and I would only eat cheese because that's what a rat does.
God damn, dude.
And my parents are like, you know what? We love this weird little freak. We're gonna get him cheese.
Yeah.
We're gonna get him the best box possible.
I love that. Clearly too supportive, but you were a little rambunctious boy. I know you had a lot of your youth you were a ska kid. We know that.
Yes.
You were the mascot, I believe, in your high school. Were you the mascot?
Yes. We were the Archmere Auks. So I dressed up, and an auk is an extinct penguin. Okay.
Hell yeah. Okay.
That's what our mascot was. And so I dressed up and I had a go-kart and I would ride around. Like during sporting events, during halftime, I'd bust in the gym with a go-kart, like a bullhorn, and have it like cheer, get everyone going, you know?
That rocks.
And yeah, that was all right. And then in college, I was the unofficial mascot. Me and my friends, we went to NYU, which is like a D3 school.
Yeah.
Nobody
you would go to sporting events at NYU?
Only girls sporting events. We would only support girls teams. So we'd go to like girls track meets, girls basketball games, and we'd like pump everyone up. And so we were the NYU Bobcats, which was named after Bopes, the library. But officially, originally we were the NYU Fighting Violets.
Interesting.
And everybody's like, oh, that's lame. And we were like, no, we're embracing it. So
Yeah.
I would dress up like a violet and run around at the games and do the worm. Dude, they loved it. They put me on t-shirts. They put me on the ticket for the next season. It was incredible.
That is so fun. Just on your own time being a fucking mascot.
There was nothing else to do. It was such a fruity school that it like made people engage and like love sports.
That's fucking hysterical.
But the thing is, they wanted me to like travel with the team and whatever. And I was like, I think I'll just, fall headfirst into alcoholism and just let that take care of it. There's nothing sadder than a drunk violet,
Yeah, just some fucked up. I love the unofficial mascot just throwing up in the middle of a girls' volleyball game.
Bob's Bobcat.
Yeah.
We used to like kind of have like a play thing, like a wrestling thing in the middle. And then like we would like lift it, like he would like lift me up or I would like, and everyone would be like, woo, yeah. But what I didn't know was that they had a rotating cast of people that did the mascot. And one of the people was the sports director's like autistic, like older niece, right? So I swear to God, as I stand here from God's lips to my voice box or whatever it is, I ran out in the Bobcat, and I usually like fake fight, right? So I ran out and slapped the Bobcat's ass, right? I swear to God, this mascot cold cocked me so hard, straight up, bam, punch, like knocked me off my feet. And I'm like, what the hell? And it turns out it was an autistic woman. Thought I was like abusing, and I was like, no, we fake wrestle. And dude, for these people to watch a Bobcat fucking knock out a violet at a sporting event.
Holy fucking shit.
Like, it was a straight up clothesline, dude. Like they might as well just fucking DDT'd me on the fucking court,
You got in a you fought an autistic woman in a furry suit.
I did not fight. I got my ass kicked by a fucking furry. And we'd have a meeting about it, and everyone was like, look, you're not in trouble. We've talked to her. She has issues with touching. And I'm like, well, why didn't you fucking tell me you're putting a goddamn, Warren from There's Something About Mary.
Run this by me, dude. Yeah. They're like, yeah, the next guy's Ian, sorry, the mascot was actually a veteran with PTSD. So we're sorry, he actually had to go out and slap a brown child after what you did to him, just to feel okay.
Yeah, actually, we didn't tell you, but it's a veteran with PTSD. And matter of fact, he watched all his friends die when he was in a flower patch surrounded by violets. So we're going to let you know you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
He killed himself. You're not in trouble, but you are on the hook for his funeral. So,
Dude, I swear to God, I used to hang out with this kid when I was younger, and we weren't allowed in the backyard because his neighbor was a Vietnam vet and had PTSD.
Oh
and
my
he'd come
God.
out with a gun. So like we were just like straight up like go to the back door, and the mom would be like, Tony, I told you not to go out back. I'm like, all right, well, guess we gotta rub dick somewhere else.
Mom, we're just trying to have our first gay experiences in a patch of grass.
Yeah. We're trying to play golf, and my mouth's a hole and his cock's the ball. So trying to get a hole in one. Can you help, Mom?
Did you suck off your friends as a child?
What world are we living in, motherfucker?
Did you have friends you sucked off as a child?
I mean, didn't we all?
No.
Well, take it to the chat. If you want to be really real, more people will admit to it than you would think.
That's fine. Here's what I'll say. I never sucked off any of my friends, but I've told this story in a different podcast before, but I think I told it on Bobby's podcast. But at school, they had like a day where they talked to us about not showing people our privates, right? And I was like, dude, I'm about to be a rebel. I'm gonna ask. They were like, don't ask to see anyone's privates. Don't show anybody your privates. So I'm playing like fucking action figures with the white trash kid next door, and I asked to see his penis. I'm like 6 years old. I'm like, hey, dude, you trying to show me your fucking privates?
Give me that little ding dong.
And dude, thank God this little fucking kid in the bowl cut was just like, no. He's like, no, I don't think I'll be doing that. Or else who knows what path I'd be down, Ian. I'd be sucking off my neighbor next to the Vietnam vet as well.
Dude, let me tell you, that's so funny, but it's such a natural thing because kids are curious and these things are happening. And then you go, don't show your privates. And they're like, oh, I'm not supposed to do that's a bad thing. Let me do the bad thing, you know?
Right.
And I used to, dude, in the library, I used to get classic books of like Roman paintings or whatever of like a woman draped, and I would just be like, hey, Kyle, you like this? Is that you like how that makes you feel? Yeah, you want to touch each other?
You were trying to get straight children horny by showing them naked women to suck them off.
Hey, does the Mona Lisa turn you on? Yeah? Well, here, how about the Mona Ian? You like that? I'm like, it's a Monet. You got to get closer to enjoy it.
How many of your friends would you say you seduced in that manner?
Oh, they're not friends.
Yeah.
I mean, you have that experience. That's out the window. You know, you ain't having a sleepover no more. One time I was at a girl's house. Actually, I really had a crush on this girl. She was my first kiss. And we were at like the Fisher Price, like little tables in my mom's house. And she kissed me and I go, what was that? And she goes, it's a kiss. I go, I like that. You can do that anytime you want. You don't even have to ask. And she kissed me again. And I like fell back in my seat. My mom had to leave the house, you know?
Oh man.
And I dude, in preschool for girls' birthdays, I would like bring them roses from our rose garden. I always I would make like love potions with like soap and bubble gum and give them to my parents, and they'd have to be like, oh, we're so in love. Like, I think I've always just loved love.
An affectionate guy. You're an affectionate guy.
I was always just like an affectionate, lovey little kid that just wanted to like love everyone. And the girls, girls like made me nervous. Like,
right,
I don't know
not
why.
the fellas.
Not the fellas, because it's just fun for the fellas.
just a couple of boys jacking each other off.
Yeah, you're just fooling with the fellas, not knowing that you hold it, so you rub it, you know, and then you got to learn that at a sleepover later where everyone makes you do it in front of them. And I think, dude, this girl straight up was like, come to my house. We get the No channel, and my brother calls it his dramas. And I was like, okay. Yeah. So she turned it on, and we played football, and she was like, tackle me. And I tackled her. She like held my face on her crotch. And I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
And it really like, I was like, what is happening? And I think that's just why I like love eating pussy now. I think that like,
because you were molested by a young girl who maybe had some not chill stuff happen to her.
Well, dude, in third grade, the last day of school, she fucking slammed my head into a chalkboard ledge. Because I was leaving school, she goes, well, this is what you get for leaving. Look at the chalkboard. And I look, and she goes, bam! And dude, I had this fucking huge bruise. I swear to God, this bitch is trying to push it back in my head before the teacher came in. Well, dude, this is the same girl that shoved her finger up her ass and made me smell it on the playground. This girl is not well. But that influence...
What an all-American childhood you had, Ian.
Truly. I mean, really, I gotta write a book or fucking...
I love her. Who the fuck... What's she up to these days?
Oh, well, dude, we like went on a date in 8th grade, and I was too nervous to kiss her because I was like, what's she gonna do with my ass? And, you know, we went on a double date with the guy I secretly was hooking up with, and the whole time I was like, oh, I wish I was with him.
What the fuck, Ian? Yeah. Honestly, Ian, that is why I want you on this show, because you have seen a lot of adversity, sexual and otherwise. Yes. You've had some substance problems. You're a fucking wild alcoholic for a very long time.
Seeped in tragedy and love.
Yeah.
You know, the best thing I ever did was not get those tragedy and happy mask tattoos.
Yeah. Oh, I know you had a couple of those ready to go. You had a couple stencils ready to go.
I was one public school away from getting those tattoos.
So fucking good, dude. Yeah. So you spent a lot of your... So when did you start drinking? Because you said it was in college, or...
No, dude, my first drink was in like... Well, I used to like sneak like half beers from my grandparents' garage And my first drink, my friends put a bunch of shots together and I took it. And I remember laying in bed, was like, I want to feel like this forever.
Yeah.
And then the first time I got drunk was at New Year's Eve. We were doing like Jello shots, and I went home and tried to fight my stepdad.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like I straight up flew at him like a spider monkey. You know, it was just, you know.
Honestly, the most Delaware, like, I love this because it's like, this is like somebody wrote a pilot about like growing up trash in Delaware, and they were like, look, we need something modern for the times. Can you make him bi? And that's what your life is. They like shoehorned the gay plot line in because it doesn't make sense. Because otherwise you're textbook white trash, but you're also sucking off your friends after soccer practice.
Totally. Well, for him, and then cross country for me.
Yeah.
But it's totally insane that I'm here, and that's, I think, why I try to be so positive. Because if you put all that shit down on paper, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
A lot of that, like, we're laughing, but like a lot of that is, you know, especially other things that happen is very traumatic.
For
and,
sure.
And to get over that, and I really work on trying to stay grateful for the things I have rather than the things I don't have.
Right.
And the things I've lost, grateful that it got to be in my life for the time that it was.
Right. And that's that's an incredible outlook, and that's something, I mean, you are an incredibly positive person, and even when you have like struggles, you know, it's easy for you to bounce back. You're very grateful, and I think that mindset is very useful and helps to be. I mean, that's whenever I'm feeling like I'm making progress, I feel like I try and adopt a little bit of that mindset. So
it's important because, you know, negativity I feel it's so easy to be negative and pessimistic.
Oh yeah,
and it's a real risk being positive and optimistic because, you know, if you're optimistic, people can play you as a fool, but it's like, I'd rather be a fool and feel good and have a positive outlook than to be a pessimist and be completely right. You
right.
know?
Yeah. Be right. And, you know, sort of, it's also like a cocoon. It's like that negativity can act as a wall, and it is a wall. You try and keep the bad shit out, but you're also keeping all the good shit out at the same time.
Totally. And it's such a bummer. And I can definitely be a part of it. And I definitely feel negative at times. I definitely have my down days that are just so fucking low. And it's like, that's normal. And to beat myself up and be like, you got to be positive. It's like, no, just fucking be that for a little bit.
Chill.
Let it flow through, and then know that you've gotten through it before and you can get through it again.
Right. Just don't fucking go get some grain alcohol and get a guy and suck a stranger off. No, that's it.
if let me tell you, like, we're living in the future right now of like, wow, who knew these things would happen? We never thought. If they invented a penis that had alcohol in it, I you know, you'd be having this talk on my tombstone. You know?
Guys, we're gonna do a Zoom memorial for Ian. He died. His blood alcohol level was 100%. He couldn't get off the penis, the vodka penis. We couldn't stop him.
They turned this guy's cock into a beer bong, and the rest is history.
We have a lot to talk. I mean, we could talk forever. And in fact, I already know we're gonna have you back on the show. So I want to save some fun alcoholic stories for next time, maybe. But why don't we fucking take that positivity? Why don't we take that outlook and let's start helping these motherfuckers out with their problems? What do you say, Ian?
Let's do it.
Big Ralph, hit us with the first motherfucking question.
Hey there, Stavvy, baby, aka the Greek with a leak. Ian Finance, the guys. I got a quick question for you boys. So, at what point do you bring up, and how do you phase in and / coast kind of kinks and things you're into with girls you're hooking up with? Like, what's the progression, the step from, hey, what if I check you, to let's put some stuff in my ass? Anyway, boys.
Okay, nice. So this man is he wants to know how to tell a woman he likes to have things in his ass. I would say, as a general rule of thumb, you want to go vanilla for the first couple times you fuck somebody. I don't think you want to go crazy, but I think you just got to slowly get in there, and I think you can have a frank conversation after you fucked a couple times, showing you're not a weirdo. I mean, yours is nice because it's just getting things in your ass. You're not trying to do anything weird to her. You want the thing done to you, so that's easier to broach, I think. But I'm sorry, Ian. Let me cede the floor to you. This is much more your area of expertise.
Thank you. I think what you said is really good. I disagree slightly. I think if you're I think communication and talking about it is important and getting to a place where like it all depends how long you've been seeing this person. You know, like if you see a future with them, the conversation is incredibly important. But I also think when you first start hooking up with someone, you should be a version of yourself that's not completely scary, but just not
Right.
like vanilla. Like if you're into dirty talk the first time, because I feel pulling that stuff out later may be slightly scary in the
Sure.
sense of like, have you been this guy the whole time? What
Right,
other
right, right.
secrets are you hiding? What
Right.
you know, like maybe in a moment of post-coital ecstasy, you could be like, that was great. What can I do to turn you on? Give it to them so they say, well, I really like when this happens. You go, oh, that's so hot. I'd love to do that to you. You know what turns me on? And have the conversation that way. Let them open up first by you listening, which
Right.
is very important, and telling them that you want to turn them on.
Right.
You want to make them feel good. And you know what would turn me on?
Yeah.
Is it
that shampoo bottle in my ass.
Yeah, just shove a Pert Plus up there, you know, maybe follow it with a Selsun Blue, you know, shampoo and condition my ass.
I want you to put a Selsun Blue in my ass and wash your dandruff out of it. That's while you jack me off.
Yeah, you know how at a salon you put that thing over your head? I want that to be my ass. I get fucked and I help you lose your dandruff.
That's right. I want you to heat treat your curls with my asshole.
Yeah. And also, let me tell you, I had tacos. There might be some coloring. Okay. Sorry.
We're gonna get a nice streak down the middle.
Hey, Stav, I got a problem. I've lived with my girlfriend for 3 years, and we like to fuck after work a lot.
Sure.
Problem is, she wears this pair of shoes to work every once in a while that makes her feet smell awful, like rotten feta cheese.
Yikes.
And, you know, it just makes me go soft every time I smell her feet after she's worn these shoes all day. So I'm wondering, you know, she's got a lot of shoes, and I don't think she'd notice if I threw this pair away, or should I just tell her about it, or should I just throw the pair of shoes away without talking to her about it? Thanks.
Oh my God.
I respect this question big time.
That's incredible. I think you should treat it like that, like, kind of like Icelandic Scandinavian holiday where they put candy in the shoes, you know, and you should just do that with bars of soap and a note that says, wash your feet, bitch.
Yeah. Wash your feet, you dirty bitch.
Yeah. Does your nose, I know you're working, but what about your nose? Does that thing work?
Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah.
Here's what you do. Yes. I like this idea, Ian. I'm going to you test her nose. What's going on? Why the fuck? So what you do is you shit in your shoes. You take a nice fat dump in your shoes, no socks. You run around and then you take them off, and then you somehow fuck where she's near your feet. I don't know how you're gonna do it. You're gonna. I don't know what position that would be.
I mean, maybe doggy style, where you actually put your other foot on her head, so she's got this foot in the area.
You lean up,
like
you
one
fuck
of those,
her.
you know, and then go. Oh, do you smell that? And if she goes, yeah, I'd be like, now you know what it's like. Pump. You know.
Yeah.
Or you could have an honest and frank discussion with her because you've been together for 3 years.
Yeah,
and
3 years, bro.
Yeah.
I respect you trying to pull a George Costanza type move though, and just throw them away.
That's
I would be really
so
tempted
funny.
to do that.
Dude, throwing shoes away because of the stink smell is the funniest thing in the world, because she'll go to work and be like, where are my shoes? And you're like, me no.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It would be so getting caught doing that would be so fucking funny.
Tiptoeing to the trash
fucking
can with the
funny.
shoes. I mean, yeah, you gotta have a talk and sandwich it with love and be like, baby, I love you. And I love how hot it is when you come home from work. But I gotta be honest, those shoes make my fucking dick retreat like the French and more.
The pussy stink I'm great with. Keep that box ripe. It's the foot stink I can't deal with.
Yeah.
Although maybe here's how you spin it. You sell those. You're like, babe, I know a nice way we can make some extra money. and you sell those stinky to foot guys. Maybe foot guys want some of that. So you're like, babe, not that I wouldn't love to fuck you with these disgusting shoes, but why don't we sell them to some fucking loser for $100? And then
and even the $100 is not enough for how priceless these gross fucking Doc Martens are with your toe scum and toe jam in them. But also, to quote Martin Lawrence, wash your ass.
That's right. That's absolutely correct.
Hey, Stavvy, baby. My name's Sage. I'm a trans woman, 20. Excuse me, living down in the South. And so I'm seeing this girl, right? And she's another trans woman. She's super hot. But we're both living at home because of quarantine. And, I can sneak over to her house after work, but we have to fuck her really quietly. And also, I can't exactly, I don't think my parents would be down with me fucking during a pandemic, which is not going to stop me, but I need the working man's, the dirtbag's advice. When you can't fuck in a house, the best place to fuck.
I love
just any and all ideas. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
I love this sexual heist she's going on.
Yeah. I also love the detail of being trans when that had nothing to do with the story.
No, nothing.
What was the fucking point of that?
Just to tantalize you. Just to pique your interest and then let you down when she's hooking up with the girl.
I know. That's like going to a movie and then the screen cuts out and you just have to go home not knowing the ending. It's like, what the fuck was the point of that? Speaking of which, dude, movie theaters used to be the place to go to hook up when you lived with your parents.
Did they, though? That seems crazy. I think drive-in movies were.
I mean, where would you go if you're... Also, it's interesting that the parents are like, hey, we're in the South. We love that you're trans. If you have sex, that's what we don't like.
Yeah, I fuck with these parents. These parents are cool. Yeah.
No sex before marriage, but identify as whatever you want, and I'll fucking love you.
Yeah. These parents rock, for sure.
Yeah. What would you do?
I mean, honestly, car is the go-to. I don't understand why car isn't the absolute... Yeah. I mean, you're sneaking over anyway. Why wouldn't you just... Car's the easiest one. Yeah. Also, you horny fuck, why don't you already fucked, it's a quarantine, why don't you chill for a while, just sext? But I respect it. You've already fucked. You've saved up some fucking. I'm going on fumes. I haven't fucked since it started. It's 70 days, whatever it is. You fucked recently. Just maybe chill out for a little bit, and then maybe when the quarantine stuff is lifted, your parents don't give a fuck. You can sneak over and fuck your girl over there. But
yeah,
and I think car is the simplest.
Just to say, I don't know how long you guys have been dating, but if she's at work and I don't know what she does, but she's running around with other people, it may be dangerous behavior because God forbid she's asymptomatic and then you go to your parents' house and your loving, accepting family dies.
Right.
Left,
you kill some of the only non-bigots in the South because you had to get some pussy.
You'll get adopted by a group of bigots and you won't ever be able to fuck or be yourself again.
Yeah. How do you like that? Yeah. You fuck so much you kill your parents and your hormones get taken away. Is that what you want? Maybe you should fucking chill out and not fuck for a couple weeks, potentially.
Yeah, think about HRT, okay? Don't think about SEX. Think about HRT.
That's right, brother.
Yo, this one's for Ian.
Okay.
How do you stop seeing hookers? And is it bad?
Sounds like a bit.
Should I stop?
This guy sounds annoying.
Thank you.
This sounds like a magician trapped in a mirror trying to get out. Hello, Ian.
Hello. What happens when the rabbit you pull out of the hat is dead?
Okay.
Dude, let me tell you, I forget this guy's name, but brother, I have been there. And it is incredibly difficult. And I've been guilted into, because I'm I'm very addictive with my personality, and I get addicted to everything. And so because I don't have drugs and alcohol, I need another high. I got to keep it going.
Right.
I don't feel good. Got to get out of it. What's the fastest thing? Sex.
Right.
Well, it's going to take a while to meet a girl on Tinder. So just find a fucking hooker, get your nut off, and then hate yourself afterwards.
Sure.
You know?
Of course.
It's incredibly, incredibly hard. I feel a lot of empathy for you, but my best advice would be don't contact them. Because take it from me, they get very angry when you waste their time on a phone call,
right?
And then tell them that you have a problem with sex addiction, and they say, "Good luck in your little meeting, faggot." Now give me money for my time, and then you feel bad, so you ride your bike to Bed-Stuy to fuck them anyway, and you don't even want to. It's not good.
You got guilt tripped by a sex worker.
I got guilt tripped by a pro, bro. I got guilt tripped into riding my bike to Bed-Stuy to fuck a girl in her family's kitchen because I wasted her time going back and forth because I get off to the idea of like, should I, shouldn't I? And dude, she flat out threatened to dox me on Backpage and be like, "This guy wastes your time. Here's his number." And I was like, "No, please, Marielle, don't." Yeah.
Why did you just pay? I guess you're like, well, if I'm gonna pay her, I'm gonna fuck her, right?
In my fucking addicted mind of like, you know, with booze, I would be like, okay, well, just don't drink before noon. And then like I'd wake up early and be like, well, it's like you're doing things, reward yourself. So I was like, go to her apartment and give her the cash and just hang out with her. You wasted her time. You might as well just spend time. And because we started talking on the phone and she was like, you know, honestly, I have a problem with some things too. And so I understand how you feel. You know, you're really cool. I feel like we could have fun together, just hanging out. No sex, nothing. And I was like, yeah, I think you're right.
You're so fucking stupid.
Just to hang at 3 a.m. with a prostitute. So I went over there to hang out, and we're like, you know, she told me she went viral on Vine for like some like thing she did. Like she was like, my pussy popping, and then it like went viral. And I was like, oh wow, cool, you're a viral star, and I'm gonna fuck you on a futon, you know. How the mighty
God
fall.
damn, that's so fucking funny, dude.
I'm telling you, dude. You know what really helped me when I wanted to get hooker? I'd call a friend and I'd be like, dude, I'm pacing. I want to fuck. I don't know what to do. I can't stop this feeling. I want to get a nut off. Please help me. And it really helped. So when you feel that feeling, you got to reach out to someone because your mind will trick you, dude.
Yeah.
If you're anything like me, you'll be like, oh, I'll just go share a burrito with this girl and we'll just talk about life, you know?
Yeah. That's so fucking good.
Let me tell you, at the end of the day, they want to get paid.
Yeah.
Okay? I straight up, you know, text her later and was like, how you doing? And she was like, who's this? And I was like, oh, but what about what we had?
Ian, it's so funny because it's like not your first time around, dude. You know what I mean? It's like
no.
You're like a guy who keeps buying timeshares over.
Yeah.
You keep going to the free present. You're like, well, I'm just a free presentation.
Dude, that's what it was with drinking. I would end up in the hospital and the next day go, all right, dude, if you drink as much and don't end up in the hospital, you don't have a problem.
Yeah.
So I would call hookers and be like, you know, I would sext with them. And then when it came time to like come over, I'd be like, look, I need to stop. I just kind of like to edge to get to this thing. And then they're like, you waste my time. And then my guilt comes in. I'm like, okay, I'll help you out.
Yeah.
It ain't good. Call a friend.
It's not
Get
good.
outside yourself. That's my best advice. I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, good luck, buddy. Call a friend and jack off with them when you're horny. That is hilarious advice. Have you ever called me with a full-on erection, Ian?
No, but I have jerked off on the phone with you.
Soft, though.
Soft. It was a sad cum. It was just like, no,
I'm kidding.
I will say I've never had a crush on a friend. I would never try to breach that trust or whatever with a friend. Like I would never like hang out with you and like kiss you and be like, oh, I thought, you know.
Yeah, you never 500 Days of Summer or I haven't seen that movie, but
I'd never Philip Seymour Hoffman you in fucking Dirk Diggler.
Oh, you never Philip Seymour Hoffman Boogie Nights me.
Yeah.
I would be flattered. Honestly, if you came at me with Philip Seymour Hoffman in Boogie Nights energy, I'd be flattered, dude. I'm like, wow, I'm Dirk. I'm Dirk in this scenario. Not bad.
I call you Dirk to butter you up, and you're like, "What?" I'm like, "Just go with it." Hey, Dirk.
Boy, you could not have picked a fictional character that my penis stands in more stark contrast to than Dirk Diggler.
Hey, Stav and Ian. This is Ken. I hope you're both doing well. And Stav, the intro song is absolutely phenomenal. Really fun. So I'm in my early 30s working on my PhD in a remote city in Northern Ontario, Canada. And up here, it's typically single mothers. I'll be done my research and probably moving on in about 2 years. So what do you think is the best approach to make it clear that I'm really not a good long-term candidate, but we could definitely have some fun in the meantime. Anyways, I hope you boys are staying safe and have a great day. Bye.
Nice.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you just have to constantly be like, yeah, just looking at apartments, not here. What were you up to? I was just kind of checking out Zillow in Seattle.
Yeah.
Not in Ontario.
I just kind of like to look daily at the weather in Lexington, Kentucky.
Interesting. I think you just have to be straightforward. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I think single mothers can go either way, really. I mean, just like anybody else. It's like I think some of them might even be protective of their kid where they're like, oh, no, you're not meeting my fucking kid. Like, you have to jump over some hurdles, whereas some might be in, like, gotta find a husband type mode. But, I think you just have to be, I don't know. Do you have any experience with this, Ian?
I don't personally, but I
never fucked a mom.
I have fucked a mom. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, and her daughter left to go smoke weed in the house. They heckled me at Stand Up New York, and I went home with them. And then I got so drunk, I got locked out of her apartment, shirtless in a wife beater, and I had to sleep on a bus stop and wait for her to come outside.
What the fuck, Ian?
I left looking for condoms, and I didn't even remember her name, so I had to sneak into the building because she lost her phone, and I was tapping on doors going, Allison? Amanda? No? All right. And I left my backpack there, and what I had in it was my Alcoholics Anonymous book. So the next day, I saw them at like noon, and they came out. They're like, "We looked in your backpack. Good luck with everything." And I was like, "Oh, thanks."
So wait, how old are these? Like, how old's the daughter?
She was like 40 something, and her daughter was like 18, 19.
Oh, okay.
And it was a very weird situation in the living room of the mom being like. At first, I thought I was gonna fuck them both, and then the girl was like, "I'm going to Brooklyn to get loud," and I was like, "Okay, go get loud." And then the mom was just like, so like, I was like, oh,
you thought you were gonna fuck a mom and daughter?
Yeah, I've seen porno, whatever. Maybe one of them gets stuck in a kitchen cabinet looking for, the plunger. Yeah. I'm like, oh, hey.
Sure. And then you help yourself to her pussy.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, I've never had an intimate experience with a mom where feelings came up and a future came up. But I think you hit the nail on the head of just like from the jump, being honest, and like it's you don't just be like, hey, I'm looking for pussy, but
right.
Or obviously you hang out and it may come up and be like, look, like I don't really see anything serious in my it's no different than talking to anyone who's you're trying to date but not be serious about.
Yeah, and also you have the if because of your career you have the fucking you sort of have that get out of jail free card of like, I'm leaving. Like, if you're somewhere for a fixed amount of time, I think that kind of sends that vibe out there anyway. And if you're being open on top of that, people are down. People like to fuck, brother. Don't flatter yourself that some single mom wants you raising her fucking kids, dude.
Yeah. That's so funny. It's like, you don't even have your fucking doctorate yet, dude. Chill. But yeah, and also too, a lot of single moms are super protective of their kids, and you're not going to meet them for a while.
Some dumbass grad student, she's just trying to get cock from you, dude.
Yeah.
You're nothing but a piece of fucking meat.
Yeah, throw that PhD, that pretty heavy dick. Just do it.
There we go.
Uh-huh.
Nice one, Ian.
I love it.
Yo, good afternoon, Stav. It's your friend,
Franklin down in Florida.
What's up, Frankie?
Just wanted to ask you a question this time. What is your favorite album where you don't skip a song?
Oh, wow.
And what is your favorite childhood memory? I love your comedy. I love your podcast. Have a blessed evening, you succulent succotash.
Thank you, brother. Okay, Franklin.
I mean,
Interesting.
That sounds like it plays over a camp for mentally disturbed people.
Yeah.
Like in the woods in the morning. Like, good morning, campers.
Good morning. What's your favorite childhood memory? You're trapped.
Think about an album you love and love yourself, you succulent motherfucker.
Yeah. You're just, and it cuts and it just pans, the camera pans down and people are just like ball gagged up and their fucking asses are out. They're about to get raped for all day while they
Someone's
play.
Someone's over a fire getting spit roasted. Yeah. People wearing hoods are like, the boy will be good for dinner.
Yeah. I don't fucking know, man. I mean, my favorite album ever. That's a very interesting one. I don't know what my favorite album ever is. I've definitely spent time with different albums at different parts of my life. I mean, I remember being like, I had a real fucking, like I see in your background, Ian, all that rock and roll shit. I had probably when I was like 14, 15, I went to Greece and my cousin was a real big, like, metalhead rock, metalhead classic rock guy. I had a real Zeppelin phase, for a while there when I'm like being growing out my hair and learning guitar, almost feeling like I had to play the part of the like white guy at a black school. No joke. I remember being the white guy on the football team and listening to Black Sabbath. Almost feel because like I was like the black guys expect me to do this. I owe it to them to listen to Black Sabbath.
I went to wrestling camp and I was one of the only white kids there and everybody called me Ann the Virgin. But by the end of camp, I won over the hearts of the brothers because I would play the Misfits and like Danzig and Metallica
right.
And like ska, and they're like, wow, you really yourself. And I'm like, I don't know who else to be.
But I specifically remember that like at that when I was a senior in high school, the Jay-Z's The Black album was big, and like in hindsight, like of all those songs that I was listening to at the time, Black Sabbath, all that shit, like I listen to the Black album now more. Like I listen to Lucifer on that album is the song that I listen to more than any Black Sabbath song that I listen to anymore. But I think after that I kind of just went, I bounced all over the place. Honestly, College Dropout, Kanye came out when I was, I think, a freshman or in 10th grade, and that was a fucking huge album for me. But Liquid Swords was probably my favorite of all the Wu-Tang albums. I mean, I had certain albums I had just certain CDs in my high school car that just like will stay burned into my memory. Yeah. 36 Chambers. Also in terms of I really like Metallica's like real. I love fucking, what's the red one? Not Justice for All. It's Justice for All? No. I like Ride the Lightning. What's the one with the red cover art? Kill 'Em All. No, not Master of Puppets. Kill 'Em All. I'm thinking of Kill 'Em All. I fucking loved Kill 'Em All. But yeah, I don't know. How about you, buddy?
I mean, you said it, man. Different albums define different parts of your life. You know what I mean? And it's very hard to pick an all-time, but if I go back to certain parts of my life, I can pick an album that hits at that time. Like the high school thing is, there are songs that are burned in my brain of like running late to get to school on time, speeding down the road. So I put on like Newfound Glory, But I mean, dude, I'm it's so funny this question came up. I'm wearing the shirt of, I think, Master of Puppets.
Master of Puppets rules too. I mean, I like all those. I like Master of Puppets, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, and Justice for All.
But I'm talking front to back. I can put it on, not put it on shuffle, not get tired. Front to back, Master of Puppets for me, I think, is my all-time favorite. And also, there's a punk rock band from Philly called Blacklisted, and they have an album called When People Grow, People Go. And from front to back, I can listen to that nonstop. And I think those are two of my favorite albums.
Nice. Respect. Yeah, I don't know. I bounce around way too much. But and also favorite childhood memory. I remember when I was 11 years old. This woman broke into my bedroom and sucked my dick, and she was like, "I have to leave now. I have to get back to my gay little son Franklin." And that was probably my favorite childhood memory.
Hey, Stav. So my girlfriend and I, we often play.
I should preface this by saying that he did drop a hard F in here, but I beeped it out because it's a good question.
Okay. Thank you, Ralph.
Hey, Stav. So my girlfriend and I, we often playfully insult one another. We'll call each other retarded or even gay sometimes, but I don't like when she calls me a faggot. I just kind of find it a hurtful word. Yes. And also I'm kind of gay. I would say I'm closer to bi than I am straight. Wow. So I told my girlfriend that I didn't like her calling me a faggot because I'm gayer than her. But she said that she should be allowed to because she watches lesbian porn.
Let me
my
guess,
question
your girlfriend
is, do you
is a
think my
white
girlfriend
woman.
is gay enough to call me a fag because she watches lesbian porn? Thanks, Stav.
I mean, this sounds like the same person who thinks they can say the N word because they have like black friends. You know? Or like, I love, hip hop. I could say it,
I will. She has a more of a logical leg to stand on than somebody like, because watching lesbian porn at least sort of makes you gay. I mean, you know what? Unless she eats pussy, has she even gotten her pussy eaten by a woman? Because if not, definitely no.
Well, I think getting your pussy eaten by a woman is less gay than eating a woman's pussy. So it's like...
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying.
Girls experiment. So she got her box rocked by some chick. It's like, nah, you're just like a fun liberal arts student.
Also, you should... It's so funny. She fucking rules, dude. She's like, fuck you. I get to say it. I watch girls. He's like, please, it hurts my bisexual feelings. And she's like, shut the fuck up and eat my pussy, you fucking loser. You fucking homo.
Now let me watch Belladonna and Jenna Hayes eat their assholes together.
Yeah.
Fucking. And he's like wearing a collar, eating out of a dog bowl. Wearing like a tutu.
He's like, listen, it hurts my feelings. Now,
Yeah.
please peg me. Now, please peg
Yeah.
He's like, you can only say it when you're pegging me, not when we're watching TV.
Yeah. Not when I cry when I watch The Lion King. But like, I think if that hurts you, tell her, Yeah. Honestly, really real. I've had to have the conversation with friends or like, someone I'm with that is like, would call me a fan and I'd be like, hey, I like to joke, but I don't like that. No, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. Just tell her, say it doesn't make you feel comfortable, but you really love being gay with her. Or just like call her gay or something at the end, and kiss her and let her know that that's how you feel.
Exactly.
Be vulnerable for a minute. It's okay.
Hey, Stav, this is Joe from Canada. My girlfriend has a tendency to take a piss right before we have sex, which means that when I go down on her, she tends to taste like piss, which isn't a huge problem, except that I usually take the time to rinse off my penis before we have sex.
Of course.
And I feel like maybe she should owe me the common courtesy.
Yep.
So, yeah, would want your take on that. And thanks so much for the show. Really enjoy it.
Interesting.
Bye.
I mean, yeah, she should wash her pussy off. I don't know what kind of animal doesn't give you a little rinse.
Yeah.
Listen.
What is she doing?
Who amongst us hasn't washed their cock in a sink? Who amongst us hasn't been getting head and the girl's like, I need a rinse. And I'm like, no problem, baby girl. I'll go put some fucking hand soap all over my fucking cock. And
That's happened. You got told you got a stinky cock?
I'm sure that's happened to me, sure.
Wow, that's great.
That's never happened to you? Your dick has never been too stinky? First of all, didn't you get rejected at a glory hole, Ian? So I don't know why you're over here talking shit.
Let me tell you something. Everyone gets rejected at a glory hole. Sometimes you're just not someone's type. But it wasn't because I had a stinky cock. And before he left, he goes, no, thank you. P.S. Clean dong. And then he walked away.
No, he didn't say that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. It all depends on your relationship. If you can flat out be like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like when she's in there, be like, make sure you wash your pussy.
Wash your pussy, please.
Yeah.
No, okay, here's how you do it.
Leave a note on the toilet.
No, exactly. You're like, babe, I got us some new artwork. And it's just like it's like a framed, like in script, that says "wash your pussy" in like calligraphy, but it's over a beach, and it's like a perfect bathroom artwork. And she's like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
interesting. And you're like, what do you think of the artwork, babe?
Yeah. Or like, you know how it's like, if you tinkle on the CD, clean it up.
Be a sweetie. Yeah.
Be
If
a
you
sweetie.
tinkle
Watch
while
the
I believe it's if you sprinkle while you tinkle, be a sweetie, wipe the CD.
Wipe the CD.
Yeah.
And the other is here I sit brokenhearted, meant to shit, but only farted.
That's a good one. So
but yeah, you should like write like a little like, be a sweetie, wash your pussy.
Yeah.
Something.
If there's piss all on your pussy, wash it off. I am a wussy. I don't know.
Oh,
what
or
rhymes
maybe
with pussy?
Maybe like if you take a piss, come on, man. If I taste it, I'm gonna hit you with my hand, and then she'll really get the message.
The piss on your pussy makes me want to lose my lunch. Wash it off, or you're getting a punch. No, don't threaten a women with violence. That's two comedians having fun.
We're having a good time. We're having a laugh. And look, if my girlfriend wasn't chained to the radiator, she'd tell you we're having a fun time too.
That's right, Ian.
Good one, Ian.
Stavros, how's it going, man? I've got a question, but perhaps in retrospect. So this isn't a current situation, but a situation that I had back in college. So several years ago, but I wanted to ask how you would have handled this circumstance. Okay. I was very into this particular girl, and, things ended up getting hot and heavy. We were back in her room. It was dark. We were making out. Nice. I got under her shirt. I started sucking on her nipples. And now she had some really hairy titties. I think it was mostly the nipple area that was hairy.
Damn.
But I kind of backed away at that point. As it just kind of took me aback. I wasn't ready for hairy nipples, if you know what I mean.
There's no innuendo there, pal.
But I guess I'm wondering what your reaction would have been in this situation. How would you have handled it? And what are your next steps in dealing with hairy nipples? Can you offer any advice if I would to be faced with this situation in the future? Appreciate any advice you can give. Love you, man. Have a good one.
Brother.
Yeah, I think, in that situation, you just really have to kind of step back and be like, wow, don't do anything to ruin it with this girl. She puts up with how fucking long-winded I am. And I'm so close to the finish line. Don't do anything to ruin this.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, what a fucking walk around the block.
Exactly.
She had hairy nipples. I got upset. What do I do?
Yeah.
It was dark. And, I was a philosophy major and she was studying marketing.
Yeah.
Fucking get to it, buddy.
Especially when the question was, one time I sucked a girl's titties and they were hairy. What should I do?
Yeah. Thanks for your description, Bukowski. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. That was fucking Allen Ginsberg's fucking yell. So long and dumb.
Got his ass.
Howl was the name of it.
That's all right, brother. I don't fucking read books.
What would you do?
Yeah, I mean, I'd soldier right on through, especially if they're nice titties. No problem. I'm getting through that one.
Also, I have to say that can lead to an incredible amount of insecurity with the person.
That's very true.
That could really trigger some like insecurities, some feelings of like, how would you feel if you were with someone and you were getting intimate and hitting it off and they found something that you were probably insecure about on your body and went, ew, really?
My
like
penis?
That would
you mean my
really
penis?
Hurt. Yeah. What if some girl commented on it and was like, wow, it's just a piece of hair?
One time, one time a Jewish girl wouldn't suck my dick because I was uncircumcised. I ate her pussy for a long time, and and I didn't have a condom, and so she just jacked me off, and I was like, what the fuck is this? You need to grow up.
Yeah.
Birthright worked a little too well on you, if you ask me. The propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would soldier on. I love that this guy literally sucked on her titties. He said he backed away. This man was like, goo.
Yeah.
When he touched
Like
the
a
fucking
baby that
titty.
tastes its first lemon.
Yeah.
You know.
He was crying. You'd think they're insecure about it, but also tweezers ain't that fucking hard to get a hold of. I've encountered one long nipple hair. I feel like that's standard.
I've seen that, but also too, it's like you're shaving your pits, move 2 inches over and take some of the hedges off. You know?
It's a pluck. Just pluck it out.
Yeah.
But I would have soldiered on, and I would have had and you fucked that first time, no problem. And then I think you have to bring it up. It's in a very uncomfortable conversation, but
you would bring it up
later if I want to keep fucking this
you would
person.
be like, shave your nipples,
bro. If I had a relationship with them, I'd be like. I mean, how hairy is this? This man's talking. Yeah. Her titties are so hairy, it caught him. It caught him off guard. Like it's not one long nipple. It's not a random hair here or there.
Yeah, but the way this guy told his tale, a fucking breeze could come through and he'd probably fall over. You know, so any little encounter, he probably is like, oh, I don't think that I could deal with the heartache.
Also, it might barely be any titty hair because this man called into the show about a time he had sex in college. So he's not seeing too many pussies.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. You don't like nipple hair? Do me a favor. Don't ever date a fucking Persian, okay? You know, they are single-handedly keeping Gillette in business, right? So fucking, count your blessings.
Okay, Stavros. I started talking to this dude before the quarantine happened.
Nice.
And then obviously, so we can't see each other, and I was planning on dating him, except it seems he's like extremely fucking horny, and I can't keep up with that shit. Like, honestly, like, I'm not the kind of dude that's going to take a fucking cock in my ass on the first date. Like, I'm not that kind of dude. But he keeps, like, pushing with that. And I don't fucking know. Like, I don't want to say no, because then I'm going to fucking, like, grow to age 40 and never have sex. But, like, I don't want to have to fucking blow a dude for his fucking 20 minutes of knowing him.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. Anyways, thank you.
Now, I appreciate your candor, and I think there is an issue within the gay community of just like everyone's so sexually charged up that it's hard to find a meaningful connection.
Yeah. But there's also gay prudes. Like
they
exist.
Yeah, totally. But also I would just like to say, devil's advocate, what if it's just horny sexting and it's just like, I want to fuck you so bad. I can't wait. Oh my God. And then it's like, you both are aware that you're living in a fantasy world and it's not actually going to be an executable action the first time you guys see each other.
Right. Yeah. I think that's a little bit of what's going on here, pal. Is it's quarantine, bro. You should see some of the shit I'm fucking sending. Some wild shit. I'm not doing half of the shit.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. And maybe I will, but maybe it's down the road. The problem with quarantine is you've been sexting someone so long that it's like, usually you sext in between fucking somebody. But now all we have is sexting, so we just have to keep heightening to an insane degree. It's like it's like the Mission Impossible movies. Like the next one, Tom Cruise is going to jump from space to Earth. Like the first one, it's like a car chase, and the last one he jumps from like he jumps out of a plane with no parachute. That's what we have to do when it comes to sexting right now. So you have to get through it. I think when you meet, I think it's very reasonable that it ratchets down a little bit. But having said that, I also could see meeting up. I also could see it where like you meet up with some people and you do fuck. You know, like it's possible. You just have to feel those vibes out.
Also, too, there's something to be said about being told no and listening and then waiting and looking forward. You know what I mean? Like, like being told like, no, I want to wait, like is actually kind of hot because then you have something to look forward to and you can talk about more, you know what I mean? And I think, you know, it, like Stav said, it's just like heightening what it is. Like my chick is like, I want you to be inside me forever. And I'm like, I'll stay inside you so long. And it's like, well, logistically that can't happen.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not going to be like, actually, I can't be inside you forever.
I can't.
You know, it's like suspend your disbelief for a minute.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
And also you can get buck wild with the sexting right now. And right before you meet up, you can be like, hey, it was fun. It was hot to sex, but I just want to be clear. Like I like you, but I'm not down to fucking get fisted on the, you know, right after we have
you hit the
drinks.
nail on the head. That's exactly what it is. We're all so horny, stuck inside, that we're just like saying ridiculous things. And you just hit the nail on the head. That's a perfect piece of advice.
Hello, my name is Saul. I had a question about coming during sex, specifically if you can't come due to alcohol or drugs or ED or any sort of medical situation.
Which one is it, brother?
How do you end the sex without coming? Thank you.
Interesting. This happens to you all the time? Damn.
That's rough. I know from my experience, antidepressants can really have sexual side effects.
For sure.
Of making it where like it takes you forever to come or you don't come. And then it's like, well, I'm taking this pill to not kill myself, but then I can't come, which makes me want to kill myself. So
yeah.
You know,
for sure. And I've had it. Listen, you can speak to that. I can speak to the ED. I can speak to not getting hard. And it's like, look, you give it a couple of college tries, and you just fucking it fizzles out. You take care of her. That's the thing. Just because you're not gonna bust doesn't mean you don't do your job. So hopefully you've made the woman come or the guy come, I guess.
Always take care of them. And my question is, can you come yourself? Because like when I couldn't come with someone else, it would take a bit, but I could come jerking off. So then you work out like in tandem.
Yep.
She plays with herself and you play with yourself, or like you figure out a way to make it work. But like, don't feel that you're like completely broken or that you're not like worth anything just because you can't come. It's just it's just a thing that happens to a lot of guys. It happens to a lot of guys. And what happens is guys get embarrassed and they act out of anger or, they take it out in a weird way. And it's like, it's totally fine.
Totally.
Just communicate and be like, look, I want to come with you so bad. Let's figure this out.
It ain't happening tonight. Or what you said about jacking off. Hey, again, who amongst us hasn't been like, all right, just kiss my neck while I jack off and feel your titties?
Yeah. Totally.
Maybe give my balls a squeeze here or there.
Oh my God. Yes.
I'm gonna bust, baby. This ain't, it ain't, everything ain't porn. Sometimes that's what fucking looks like, is getting your balls played like Chinese stress balls while you're jacking off.
Totally.
Nothing wrong. That's a modern form of love.
It truly is. You can make out. It can be hot. You can dirty talk while you're doing it. You can have them play your asshole like that on the piano, on the black keys.
There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff that can be done.
Yeah, you can figure it out. Sex is not just P and V. It's the whole experience.
100%. You could also just be like, I want to come, but your pussy is trash.
Yeah.
And then leave.
I like you, and I'd come if you were like hotter. Is there like something you could do with your face?
Yeah, turn it into an opportunity to nag them. Your inability to bust.
Yeah. I busted with everyone else in my life, but with you.
I think that's gonna do it. I don't want to keep you all night. I appreciate you coming on and doing the fucking show. You were great. I can already tell we want to have you back, baby boy. This was so fun. We crushed it. This is so much fun.
This was the highlight of my quar.
Oh, I love that. I love to hear it.
I had a blast.
This is so great.
I always love hanging with you, man. We always have a good time.
I know. I can't wait till we can see each other in person again, my dude. Ian, what do you want? Where can people find you? What do you got going on right now, Poppy?
You can find me on Instagram at Ian Fidance, on Twitter, Ian Fidance, IanFidance.com. I just put out an album.
Yes.
It's available on iTunes, Spotify. You can check that out. I was just on The Last OG with Tracy Morgan.
That was so funny. You were so good in it, buddy. Go check out Ian everywhere, guys. Buy his fucking album. Check it out. Check out his fucking, check him out on Last OG. Follow him, all that kind of stuff. We are here every week. We'll be back here Friday, 6 o'clock. First half of the show is going to be just me, and then our guest for the second half is going to be Tim Dillon. So call 903-883-STAV. Leave your voicemails now, and we will guide you. Whatever you need with life, we will help you out. And I will be back Monday at 7:30 p.m. for the Halkish Brothers Art History Seminar.